This is Cape Connectors and Puhoe, and because it's loose and not stable, there's constant rock falls, and like for example the one behind me. Behind us is a cliff face, and we can tell that the gravel has been laid down by a river, because this is a stone that's been in the sea for a while, and this is a riverbed stone. The one from the beach is flat, and this big chunky one here is it's been rolled out by the river. Here we are in a spot where the layers don't continue. So there's a fault line there, and if we go around the other side, you'll be able to see the fault line actually goes right through the rock. That tells us that these fault lines go right through the earth. So here we are on the other side of the cliff. And actually you can see 3 or 4 fault lines just in this one rock face. So these fault lines tell us that there have been many earthquakes in the area, mostly old, and out in the sea is the plate boundary. So quite close to the plate boundary. Look, this is the biggest fault line that we've seen so far. You can see it goes right up. It's massive.
Check out this big rock fall behind me. Rocks. I like rocks. It's like pumice.
Pumice, exactly. This is pumice.
Here behind me we have lots of big bits of river gravel, and then above it is all this big volcanic ash and volcanic rock called ignimbrite. And the ignimbrite has come all the way from miles away from Takapau or Rotorua in a big volcano eruption. The ignimbrite would be about 3 or 4 meters high. It's travelled over about 150 kilometers from Takapau and Rotorua.
That's cool.
This is a very interesting rock. It's got a whalebone in it. Goes right through the rock. I think it's a rib bone. And there's another piece over here. See this along there?
Well, behind us in this cliff we have river gravels, which are these rounded stones, and then from this point below there's a change. The first change is in this black layer here, and this stuff here is actually old plant material and vegetation from thousands and thousands of years ago. So this layer here is volcanic ash, which represents an eruption that could have been hundreds or thousands of years ago, most likely probably from Takapau, and it's quite compacted but still quite crumbly. And there's a piece right there, and it's got red blotches on it as well, which could possibly indicate iron, which is usually what you would find in a volcano. This whole area here is the oldest layer, and it is the deep sea stuff, places from the deep sea. It used to once be the seabed, but you can see that the sea level has gone down over time because we've got river rocks up here which represent a river.
This here is a rock, very old, and this one here is 2 million years younger, but soft and full of fossils. This one is a lot harder, and between them there's a gap of about 2 million years, and it's called an unconformity.
This seems to be the bottom of the seabed. This is about 1 million years old. They're really old shells, and they're really crumbly, and there's heaps of different types.
Wow, check this out. It looks like, we think it might be a whalebone. It's been about 3.5 million years old.
We're in the National Aquarium where we're having a big display on reptile bones. These fossils were found by a lady called Joan Whiffen. We went into the forest to find reptile bones ourselves.
Not good.
Plesiosaur bones. It's partly buried. Bits of wood. And it's part of a vertebra.
I found some reptile poo. This is the rock I found, and these are fish bones. And this shows that the reptile was eating fish. We found it in the riverbed, and I had to haul it back down up a ladder and along a track back to the hut Joan Whiffen built.
Oh, hi, Papa. Wow, what's that? It's a rock that I found. Wow, what is that bump? This bump is a fossil from a Venus plant. Wow, what are those markings? This marking is a bryozoan, also known as lace coral. It has made its way in the rock. Where has the shell gone? Good question, Piper. The shell has disintegrated by the waves, and the markings are left there. Wow, that must be like 1 million years old. Actually, Piper, it's more than 1 million. It's about 2 million years old, and it took about 4,000 years to form. Wow, what are those bumps? These bumps are from worms. They have encased themselves in the shell and died and got buried. Wow, Anish, thank you very much for telling me about this rock. You're very welcome. Oh yeah, one more thing. I found this rock at Waipariki Beach. It might appear to be boring, but there are many stories that come from this fossil rock.
This rock got vegetation in it, and also probably a residue of iron because it's orange. Shall we crack it open and get back?
Sure.